Something is frozen. Your picture is gone again. Are you back? So much
You can
drama.
see me now?
Yeah. Skype drama, climbing drama. Can't take it anymore.
We got it.
Got it. Like, yeah, the medal ceremony is right now, and spoilers ahead. It's Alberto Gines Lopez, our first climbing Olympic gold winner.
Well done, Alberto.
Followed by Nathaniel.
Didn't even know his name yesterday. Oh my god.
Followed by Nathaniel Coleman and Jakob Schubert. Jakob Schubert pulled it off once again.
Yeah, amazing from Jakob. Unbelievable. And how crazy intense was that last half an hour, man?
We were chatting like I like all this multiplication, like all the rankings. I still don't understand how it works, but
Colin Duffy, if Colin topped, he would have won, but he came what, third, and he came seventh. I can't believe it.
So what would have happened if Tomoa would not have slipped in speed?
Wow. That first place for Alberto in speed is so valuable. So valuable.
Oh. I'm I'm kind of relieved that Adam's position number 4 in speed did not play too much into the ranking, because now we can say he screwed it up, or Adam Ondra. It's really mean to say, but Adam Ondra lost this competition with his bouldering round.
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, if, let's say, for example, Bassa was in the competition, then it's likely that Ondra would have scored lower in the speed. So his overall score would have been even lower. So yeah, Ondra, not so good. Oh man, it's crazy. Our predictions were so wrong. I think I predicted Mika, Tomoa, and Ondra for the top 3, and you predicted Duffy in the top 3.
Yeah, Duffy, Tomoa, and Adam. I think so. Like, wow. Yeah. I think Colin Duffy was my dark horse to make it onto the podium, but now Nathaniel did it, and Alberto. Okay, Alberto. Do you remember his first run? I don't even remember his first run anymore.
No. No, sorry. It's so long ago. I've kind of forgotten the speed.
But he won versus Tomoa because Tomoa slipped, and
that was probably the decider of the competition, right? Tomoa slipped and didn't get first in the speed.
Pretty much, because everything after this, like, yeah, so it was Alberto Gines Lopez on first place in speed, then Tomoa Narazaki second, third Mikael Mawem, your boy, and number 4 Adam Ondra. Did not help him. Then Colin Duffy. Yeah, let's put it this way around. Like, if Adam Ondra would have scored like really low with Bassa, Colin Duffy would have had like a way better result. Instead of 5, maybe 4. But all these calculations, like, they don't bring me anywhere. Like, I'm really bad at math, and
yeah, for sure, it's really confusing, and it seems, yeah, things can change quite quickly depending on just 2 ranking places.
Yeah, we go through Nathaniel Coleman on place number 6 and Jakob Schubert position number 7. So Jakob was last after speed and still pulled it off to become 3rd, get a bronze medal, and he was happy. Like, he was really psyched.
He was a happy man, yeah. Good on him.
Let's go to a category where we both know how it works and what it was like. Bouldering.
Firstly, do you want to talk about the way it looked? We talk about your favorite boulder, maybe?
Okay, my favorite boulder? No, yeah. How it looked. Let's start with how it looked. Okay, boulder number 1 looked okay. Good for a final. A little bit mediocre. Like, we start with a little traverse and then we just stand up, and it's nothing too fancy. I think a good start in general for the audience. Boulder number 2 looked also okay. I didn't like the jib on the first volume, like this flat hole jib, like just visually. But boulder number 3 looked amazing. This maze. And then it turned out to be what it was. So boulder number 3 was my favorite boulder from the looks of it.
Me too.
And boulder number 2 from climbing style.
Yeah. I think boulder number 1 was perhaps slightly too easy for a final. 6 out of the 7 topped I believe. And Hines Lopez did not top.
Yeah. And Adam needed 2 tries.
Yeah.
What I would have liked to see is like if the setters would have raised the top hold a little bit higher, because Adam was able to stand on the better chip and almost touch it. And then when he fell, he was still able to reach it because he's quite tall. But if the setters would have moved the top hold a little bit higher, so everyone needed to step up onto the penny and do the dynamic move.
Hindsight, it's 2020.
That's all right. I think we talked about it yesterday about the 2 different ways how to climb a boulder problem. What did you think about the traverse?
Yeah, I like that it was incredibly unstable, clearly, but some guys had to foot swap and some guys could step through. How do you force that? I don't know. It looked similar difficulty both ways. I really like the transition around the corner, coming onto the right side of the yellow volumes. Yeah, not much more to add.
Yeah, I think for like most people will watch this final as their first climbing competition, and maybe like an easier block like this to start the show was quite all right. I would have liked to not only to see it, but would have loved to climb it on my own, like going around the arete without the jib on the huge first fiberglass, because it looked like if you were jamming or had the crack, maybe you could move around the arete without the jib on the fiberglass.
Yeah, good point. Did you have to? I don't remember if you had to stand on that jib for the last move.
No,
you didn't, because you stood on the penny. Got it. Yeah. Well, maybe you should have been on the setting team.
Invite me, friends. Invite me. When it comes to the slab, I can do more things.
So boulder number 2, I was like, oh wow, this is Tomoa style. He's got to flash it, surely. This is his Olympic moment. Flash the Tomoa style boulder. Didn't happen.
Didn't happen. I also thought the same, but I was amazed that we had a Tomoa Narozaki moment again, where he was like maybe over-interpreting or like reading something wrong. I thought about it like, so in the end, everyone ran across to the right, matched the handhold, and with the momentum swinging back, moved into a Gaston move. And Tomoa started with crossing over into this Gaston move. And I thought maybe both ways were possible as well. Like you get it with your right hand and swing and kick really hard with your right foot as a foot plant.
Yeah, that would have been cool, but perhaps the little jib inside the undercut was too bad for the cross, and you were spinning maybe a little bit too much.
Maybe a little bit too much. Yeah, but then the end, like, wow.
As a heartbreak hotel for most people. I think only Nathaniel got the top, right?
Yeah. So out of this zone hold with a little sideways crimp, extend to the left and at the same time catch a toe hook with the right foot. Did you think it was length dependent?
No, I don't think so.
Me neither.
Colin is the shortest guy, I think, and he was really close. Like his foot was fully inside the toe hook.
Yeah. I was amazed how good the rotation was of the top hold, that you were almost able to stick it with both hands or right and left, but only the toe hook worked so far.
Yeah, it was enticing enough to a couple of the guys to go right hand, or just to try right hand, see if they could do it, and obviously that loses them an attempt. So yeah, really good setting from the Routesetters. Just that slightly steep angle on the jib.
Yeah. So also a lot of ways like to make it a little bit more difficult or to make the boulder easier. And what I liked was the split they achieved with boulder number 2, because Adam was not able to do the move, which was crazy for me. Yeah. Because even Mikael was able to do it. I thought about it like maybe if you're too tall, you got too much weight. But what Adam basically did, or what I think he did, was always like he waited too long, and instead of like using the momentum, he always tried to kill it. And then, okay, minimum of swing. Now I start pulling. There was no fluid movement.
Yeah, there was a big delay between him latching the first hold and then going for the Gaston. like a big delay. Everyone else was like swing, swing, and he was like swing, pull, up, too slow. Yeah, it was a surprise though. I feel like Ondra can do these moves now, but I fully expected him to do it, but it wasn't to be. I guess he was just having a bad day.
Yeah, do you think he was too nervous or had too much pressure after like messing up boulder number 1?
Maybe, yeah, maybe, and also too much pressure in general. Like for years now, it feels like he's been the guy to take the first Olympic gold, and
Yeah,
a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because every time like I talk about the Olympics or climbing competition, it's like, okay, those guys can win and Adam can only lose.
Yeah.
Which is kind of mean, but it's like Muhammad Ali going into the ring. It's just like about to beat Adam. It's crazy.
And like conversely, Alberto Lopez, he's had no pressure for ages. Like no one, I mean, people know who he is, but he's not like a big name. So he just comes in, he has fun, he does the lead, pretty chill, like takes it pretty relaxed. It was great.
And he also screwed up like boulder number 1 and boulder number 2 as well. But he had like many attempts. I did not think that he would do anything in boulder number 3, and I didn't think that he had like any power left to climb lead. Like I don't know how many attempts it's just crazy.
It's interesting. I hope Alberto doesn't get too much. Well, he won't get hate, but I hope he doesn't get too much hate for not doing very well in the boulder round. I think people could look at the format in a negative way, right? Because he's amazing in lead and he won the speed, but he was by far the worst in the boulder, and some people might think that's a bad thing, but I don't know. It's just the format, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but on the other hand, of course, like maybe his speed win was a little bit lucky, but he was consistently running 6.5 seconds.
Yeah.
So even Mikael was a little bit nervous and ran 6.9 and stuff like this. So he just kept it together. That's like even like winning speed and kind of like screwing up boulder big time, then to keep it together again. Like
yeah. Let's talk about boulder number 3. I just wrote down confuser. I didn't know what the sequence was meant to be. That was crazy.
The maze.
Yeah, but visually amazing. Good job on that. It looks so cool. I wonder what the sequence was meant to be. So just such a shame we're never going to find out unless you ask Percy.
I'll ask Percy, so people stay tuned. In a couple of days, weeks, I will know how this boulder was supposed to be climbed, and maybe the internet will help us in between, or like until then. Yeah, the start was weird. Like I thought they taped the 2 holes and not the jib as well, you know?
Yeah.
What I like is that they cleaned the whole boulder and the whole volume, so you couldn't really see where setters or testers were climbing and standing before, because you were able to see the foot smears after the finalists climbed it, and then like these weird undercling pressy start, and then it was just weird and powerful climbing all the way through. All these triangles which were arranged in the circle had a jib or a jib pinch underneath, and I don't know, like I think the only guy who stuck the move after the zoned out to the left was Adam, like with a knee bar on the right.
Yeah.
Which seemed a little bit like, length dependent, because he was almost only able to reach it. Then,
it's a good point what you say about cleaning the volumes before the competition, because usually when you put a jib on the very corner of the volume, you can clearly see where the thumb mark is, so you know exactly what hand it's meant to be. That's a good point. I have a theory. Early on, so there was a double jib, like a pinch jib with your left hand. My theory is you go left, right, and then flip that left and go right again. Yeah. I don't know if that's possible, but it looked like it could be an option.
Yeah, but maybe flip it and then right foot out to the right, left foot, like you have this huge ramp, so it's not length dependent, so everyone can step as high left as they wanted to, and then cross over.
Yeah.
Sink like really far to the left. like next to the top hold volume, and then bump in and then go to the top.
Yeah, exactly.
Because matching this hole, whether we're going to like, I don't know.
And crossing under after it, oh, I don't know about that. You let us know what Percy says. I'd like to.
Yeah. Not much more to say about boulder number 3, right? It's just like, it's a maze.
Super cool.
The confuser.
Maybe one thing I have to say about the boulder wall as a whole, it was very grey. There wasn't much colour on it. I know it doesn't really matter too much, but visually I would have liked to have seen a little bit of green or some red on there, just to make it look a bit prettier on the whole.
What about the steepness? 5-degree slab, 15-degree overhang, and 35-degree.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Maybe it would have been nice to see like a 55, 60, like a kicker thing, but it's not essential.
What I was missing, or not like really missing, but I think some of the most memorable bowlers are or have been like something where you really go around something, like in a red. And I think like this only leaning pillar red was maybe not enough to create these moments. I think there was like a Boulder World Cup in Moscow a couple of years ago where Ray Kawamata was in the finals. Was it 2019 or something?
Yeah, maybe.
And there was like beautiful bowler going around the red. Like first you had to kick to a volume, then cross underneath, and then climb around it, and then stand up.
Yeah, I think perhaps the comp wall it's too simple, too flat. Needs a bit more prominence coming out. Yeah, it's a good point. I think I'm setting on that wall in Parthian, Southampton sometime soon. So I'll let you know what I think of it.
Okay, what are you doing? Trying to recreate? Are you trying to recreate the like, or just let me know what it feels like? What Shauna did, like falling over and stepping and trying to smear and break on the slab.
Yeah,
I think that's something you could really like at least tell us what it feels like.
If I recreate anything, it will be that women's first boulder for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Psyched on that. Okay, lead climbing, the big unknown. Who was the first starter out for lead? Wait, I got my notes here.
Tomoa. Oh.
I'd say again, Tomoa doing Tomoa things. Like first when he had this huge cheetah dish, the yellow one, chalked with one hand free hanging. Okay, I think Colin did it as well, but I was like, dude, just put your fucking heel up there. Like, don't do it.
Yeah, but that's just Tomoa, right? That's just how he climbs. And in fairness to him, he climbed the first third like a rocket ship. He was quick, and maybe that's just the way he does it. Yeah. Oh, poor Tomoa, poor bad man. Feel bad. He was the hopeful.
And he was the only one like so they did the slide left curve, then climbing to the red and around the red, where you had to do this drop move into this huge X fiberglass thing. He just took it and jumped down.
Yeah. Jumped down 2 feet as well, just like whoosh, no problem. Great.
It was great. And then he fell, to the move. I think at the end of the steep panel to the red, like 2 red crims, and then far out to the left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
something like that. It's already too long ago for me to remember. But that was a really cool lead route. Nice to see a good separation. It was really flowy, really entertaining, and even more entertaining because we were trying to work out the rankings as we were going,
Yeah, that's true. That adds to the drama. But it had everything. It had like a small dynamic move into the dish, and then cross underneath, like a La Rose move, and then what happened after this? Pocket, then another traverse to the right.
Yeah.
And then like on the volumes, like once you went around the red, like with a cheetah like plywood, and then like these 2 red screw-ins on them, where you had to bump out to the right.
Yeah.
That was like hard skipping move. Okay, then second starter out was Mikael. Yeah, not much for him to get, right?
Yeah, don't know what to say. He paused for a really long time before pulling on, like he was, I don't know, like he was confused by the start almost. I don't know, or like he was really nervous. I reckon, lots of pressure.
Yeah, and also the route was very, very long, like compared to the like, I don't know whether it was like that many more moves, but like just more length, distance to climb than the other ones, which was a disadvantage. Could have been one for him, but he fell really low anyway. And then, did the commentator in England did they say Captain America as well? Because in Germany it was awful. It was awful. It was awkward. It was cringy.
What, Captain America for Colin Duffy or for
No, for Nathaniel Coleman. He was like, look at this chiseled chin. That's Captain America.
Oh man, that's weak.
Yeah.
To be honest, if that's the worst thing your commentary team are saying, then they're a lot better than our commentary team.
Okay, that was
so bad.
Some of the worst, but yeah. But he climbed well. He climbed very well.
He did climbed so well.
Like one move more than Tomoa, just one more, but that was enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was it. I wrote that down. He got 34 plus. Tomoa got 33 plus. Yeah. Madness.
And it's just one move, and then you're going into the middle rankings.
Yeah.
But then Adam came, and I gotta say, I watched a few lead comps in my life, and I knew that Adam can climb quick and flawlessly, and determination, Adam Ondra style machine gun. But what the fuck? Like he climbed like it was really, really good. Like how quick he climbed, his pacing, like how precise.
Yeah.
And then like I thought he topped it.
I was certain he was going to top it for sure. He was breathing well. He was every movement he did was like perfect and calculated. He was choking up on like every move and relaxed. It was great. That's like classic Adam Ondra. And then 3 moves from the top, he's off. Did he slip? Like I actually can't really remember.
I can't even remember. I think it was elbows. I think he was pumped, and maybe at some point, like in the beginning, he made good use of his height, but maybe at the top where you had to be like really small, fit into the box.
Yeah.
But yeah, fell. Maybe the route was just incredibly hard at the top.
I'm sure it was. Yeah.
And then Alberto came.
Alberto.
Like I wrote down, he struggled in the lower part when it came to the volume.
When it came to the jump to the bucket?
No, afterwards. But I don't even remember. But I like just from memory, he didn't climb as fluid as Adam Ondra, or was just like.
You could tell watching him that he's a lead specialist, right? But yeah, I agree. He didn't climb as well as Ondra. I don't really remember where he messed up.
He fell like just a few moves lower than Adam, like on this red where you had like these huge 3 or like the red 3 side pulls, and he fell when he was bumping further with his left hand.
Nothing more to add. I don't know what to say.
Are we incredibly bad here, or like are we just not fans of lead, or are we just like too impressed of what happened?
For me, it's just really easy to remember bouldering because I really know what's going on, but in lead I have no idea.
That's fine.
It's okay.
Next one, Colin Duffy, and he slipped on the red, but before that he always felt like he was jumping from hold to hold, and he looked like, okay, I'm the smallest competitor here, but he looked really confident. Like on these small little crims, he was still able to shake and take a break and recover. And then I know how and why he fell, because on this red holds, he wanted to get his left foot into the first red side pull, and then he smeared on the yellow volume, and then he slipped on this Rock City dual text.
Oh, he slipped on the no texture. I see.
Yeah. So tried to smear there, move his left foot higher. Yeah.
Yeah, he was climbing without fear. He was very relaxed the whole way, super confident, no pressure. And yeah, like I said earlier, if he topped, he would have won the gold. I think.
Yeah.
He would have scored 20 in total, which would have gotten the gold.
Yeah.
Ah, man. But he's one for the future, right? He's 18 years old. He's got a long, long career coming.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Yeah. 17 years old and then 20 in 3 years. We should go to France. We have to go to France, Jake. Like to Paris. Paris is cheap, and we will have a great time.
It takes me like 5 hours to drive there. Easy. Let's go.
Good. And then when it looked like at this point, Adam was he in second or in third? No, he must have been. No, he was first, right? Because he topped. Oh, like he was first.
He was highest for sure. Yeah, he was highest. Yeah.
So his score was 24 at this time. Yeah. But Adam, let's put this. Adam was in the medal rankings.
He was, yeah. And Schubert kicked him out, right?
Jakob Schubert.
His good friend Jakob Schubert kicked him out.
Like a war machine, just like like Warhammer, just going in, going out, just so fierce, powerful. The traverse to the right, where they had these two small red crimps, Jakob was able to pull so hard on the left crimp that, like, all the others were like bumping their feet out. Jakob was like left, right. Okay, now move my feet.
Yeah, he is a machine, isn't he? Yeah, he looks good, dude. He looks like I said it yesterday. He's a true athlete.
Yeah,
he's actually a phenom. How old is he now? Do you know?
30 years old.
He's 30. Wow. Wow. So maybe like one more Olympics for him. Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Like you say, he's an athlete, and like with bouldering and only bouldering and lead. I think it was I don't know what it was, like maybe 10 years ago or a little bit earlier. Like Jakob Schubert had the record of like winning 7 lead World Cups straight in a row. He was really young. And still on the circuit. Like he's one of the most dedicated. Because Adam takes a break once in a while to go climb outside, but Jakob straight on.
Just keeps going. He will never stop. He's like the Terminator.
Yeah. His physique, great. That was a good show put on by Jakob, finishing up in third with bronze. And Nathaniel, how did Nathaniel Coleman become second again?
Because he won the boulder.
Boulder number 2. One boulder top.
That's the one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Just tiny little things changed the outcome, like the Tomoa slip and the Coleman top on boulder 2. Amazing final to watch. I really enjoyed that.
Should we start a petition now and call the IFSC and be like, you can't like let this go, like we need a revenge of this final, like in 3 years, like we need it again, like a combined final.
We need to keep the format. Well, maybe. Is it already confirmed that it's definitely separated for Paris?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they'll continue it for the world champs or the European champs. We'll find out.
I don't know. Have you ever climbed the speed route?
No, still not.
Okay, because this morning I was commentating the stream with Omar and B, and we were contemplating like who would be the best of us, and we were all like, Jake should do it.
Yeah, I'd love to do it. Oh man, but I have no idea. Like, I used to be a sprinter. So I have that like speed background.
I didn't know, but now I know where you get like your impressive calves. Yeah.
Power, yeah. I have a feeling that I would stand underneath it and it becomes so much harder than I imagine. I'd love to give it a go though. We'll see.
Yeah, the Tomoa skip. I'd like to try just the Tomoa skip. Maybe you just need a 15-degree overhanging wall and this hold and boulder set. Easy money.
Yeah. Well, actually, this wall in Southampton, I'm going to. They have the speed wall there, so I'll try it for you. I'll get a video.
Yeah, give me a try. Okay, cool. That was our first male Olympic final today. Yeah, I'm still excited.
Was it everything you expected and more?
Yeah, it was way more than I expected. I expected some drama. But honestly, I kind of expected also Adam just to walk through the boulders and be like, okay, now it's lead time. And we will all go home, like the climberism meme. Like the guy who's doing all these voiceovers, always like, my name is fucking Adam Onron, you go home, bitches. That's what I was waiting for. But then he screwed up bouldering.
The big upset. That's the Olympics.
That's
the Olympics.
Oh, great. Yeah. So yeah, we talked about the wall, we talked about the boulder, speed, lead. I will try to pay more attention tomorrow to speed and lead somehow, or to take more attention to remember it, what happened.
Man, I made so many notes, but I don't think I have anything to add. I hope we sound like we know what we're talking about. I'm sure we do.
Somehow. Pure confidence.
Whatever. It's fine.
Jake, thank you again for joining me. This time a little bit shorter and quicker than yesterday, but I had a great time. I had a great time watching, and I will take a look at the highlights now.
It's a pleasure. That was great.
See you tomorrow, my friend.
Bye.